This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On Sports postcasts we do. You also might know me from the Locked On Warriors postcast or the Locked On 49ers postcast. But tonight, the Giants beat the Dodgers, beat LA 8-7 in the first game between the two rivals at Oracle Park this season. 5-run fifth inning was the turning point for the Giants tonight. Willy Adames was again a huge part of the offense, finishing with a home run and a triple. Jung-Hoo Lee, also a great night at the dish, but some adventurous mishaps out there in center field. Camilo Doval also, again, made the ninth inning very, very interesting. I can see all of you already talking about it in the chat, but thankfully got the game-ending double play to get out of the jam. We'll break it all down, but first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. And make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. My guy, Ben Kaspick, always does a great job. And tonight, man, this one was so entertaining. For as many Giants games as we've had this year that were just kind of a snooze because there just wasn't a lot going on, this made up for it, man. The Giants, 8 runs tonight. I know the Dodgers, if there's one thing that they've been bad at this year, it's been their pitching. Super team has to have some kind of chink in the armor, and that is the chink in the Dodgers armor, is that they give up a lot of home runs. And early on in this one, the Giants made them pay, and specifically Willy Adames made them pay. Dustin May on the mound, he is not what he was supposed to be at this point in his career. He's had a lot of injuries, and he just isn't quite the same pitcher that he was supposed to develop into. So this guy was held up as like a future Cy Young, a perennial Cy Young candidate, and he is nowhere near that, obviously, this season. But Willy Adames in that second inning, in the bottom of the second inning, his 12th home run of the season, and man, did he get all of that one. An impressive solo shot where he goes oppo taco to right center field, hits it over the wall in right center, out in Triple's alley. Adames even said post-game he didn't think that one was getting out. He thought that he was hustling all the way around for a triple, and he was just stoked that that one ended up going over the fence. Sinker that was about thigh high, and he blasted it. 12th home run of the season for Willy Adames, and he is heating up, man. I mean, I think it's safe to say it's more than just heating up at this point. Adames has fully arrived. He's 11 for 32 with 3 doubles, 2 homers, and 9 RBIs, 6 runs scored in 9 games this month coming into tonight, and he adds on to that in a big way with another home run, and he was not done. In that 5th inning, first, the 4th inning, the Giants tack on 2 more after the Dodgers did pick up a couple in the 3rd inning. By the way, the 3rd inning, Shohei Ohtani smashed that home run into McCovey Cove, man. It was not a terrible pitch by Logan Webb, but my God, Shohei Ohtani just has the most perfect swing, just annihilated that ball out into McCovey Cove. Thankfully, that wasn't the only damage that the Giants were going to inflict. That one Willy Adames home run in the 4th inning, after a couple walks, Jung-Hoo Lee triples to right center field, drives in 2, and the Giants continue to pour it on. In the 5th inning, you start out with a Dom Smith home run, Pat Bailey singles, Mike Yastrzemski walks, then Matt Chapman ends up with a force out that scores a run. So Giants are up 5-2 at this point. Willy Adames, this is where I think tonight's turning point comes into play.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Because the Giants always seem to have these rallies fizzle out a little bit before you want them to. I was really hoping that after that Matt Chapman, it was a productive out, but still an out by Chapman to drive in that run with the bases loaded. Devers had also worked a walk in the mix there before that Chapman ground out. But you get the run in, but this double play is still set up. And many times in this situations in the past, the Giants have hit into the double play, and it's just killed rallies all year long, where you have like a weak infield pop-up, and it's just a drive killer, a rally killer. And the Giants today, Willy Adames steps up in a big way, because it's still 5-2 at this point. And if that rally ends there, it kind of sucks the air out of the Giants and what they're doing, because you didn't really think that the Dodgers were only going to score those 2 runs in this game. So Willy Adames up at the dish smacks a triple into center field, out into Triple's alley, and Willy, I mean, another couple runs score for the Giants, makes it 7-2. And then Jung-Hoo Lee also delivers a single to score Willy Adames, 8-2 by the time that inning ends. So a huge 5-run inning for the Giants in the 5th really is the difference in this one. The Giants had opportunities to score more in this game. They did have a situation in this one in the bottom of the 4th where things could have been that could have been another big inning for them. But of all guys, Michael Blanken Conforto throws out Jung-Hoo Lee, who's trying to tag from third base on a Casey Schmidt sac fly. And on replay, I did think Jung-Hoo Lee was safe, but my God, Michael Conforto was the most frustrating Giants player to watch. I dumped on this guy almost every single week that he was a Giant. And of course, he ends up going to the Dodgers, and he's having a pretty garbage year down there. But he has some pretty big moments against the Giants so far this year. I seem to remember him having a home run in, or at least a big RBI double or something like that in the first series that they played down in LA. And again, tonight, Michael Conforto has another big play against the Giants. He hit the home run also in this one, in addition to throwing Jung-Hoo Lee out at the dish. So, I mean, Michael Conforto just finding all sorts of ways to be a thorn in the side of the San Francisco Giants. The Dodgers did respond to that 5-run inning that the Giants had with a 4-run inning of their own in the 6th inning, and it chased Logan Webb from this game. Webby did not have his best start of the season tonight. Only 5 1/3 innings, 6 earned runs for Logan Webb, but he wasn't that bad overall. Like, I don't think he was as bad as his stat line might indicate. He did give up 2 bombs, but the Michael Conforto home run just hurts, painful. The Ohtani home run, that's why that guy is Shohei Ohtani. I mean, he did not make a bad pitch to Shohei. Shohei just went down and got it, man. That swing is really, really, really pretty to watch. Even if he's a Dodger, you got to give him some respect. He is probably the most talented player in all of baseball. I think all around player, you have to say it's Shohei. I think the most talented hitter is Aaron Judge, but I think Shohei, just when you look at the complete package, his ability to pitch, obviously, his base stealing ability, I mean, everything that this guy does, he just looks so smooth while he does it too. The power, I mean, there's not really a thing he does not do well. You also, have to admire that Aaron Judge is batting up full, damn near 80 points higher than Shohei Ohtani is this season at the dish, with just as many home runs, just as much power. So, but Shohei, I mean, a phenom, an absolute feat, a marvel to watch out there on the field. He got the best of Logan Webb tonight, and I'm not gonna blame Logan Webb for giving one up to perhaps the greatest player in the National League at the current moment in time. So ultimately, the Giants 8-7 win over the Dodgers. This one was a massive win for the Giants as they continue to roll with this momentum that they've built up. They did not feel the hangover effect from that 13-0 loss to the Phillies on the final game of the last series they played the last time that they were out. Had the nice day off yesterday to kind of get recalibrated, reset, get this bullpen fresh again. And I'm glad that they had an opportunity to get Randy Rodriguez some rest, because, man, I thought that Randy Rodriguez played a big role in stopping this Dodger comeback today, because in the 6th inning, when Logan Webb was gassed out, Bob Melvin made the right choice, went and got Randy Rodriguez, who is your fire extinguisher, essentially, your OS button out there in the bullpen, and he got out of the inning. He did give up a single to Haesung Kim and was able to get Tommy Edman and Andy Pages to pop out before ending the inning. So Randy Rodriguez, very, very, very good job getting out of that inning. He also came out for the 7th, and he did give up a run on a Will Smith single that ended up scoring Mookie Betts after Betts had doubled earlier in the inning. But ultimately, Randy Rodriguez, very solid outing. Even though he did give up that one run, I still liked what I saw from Randy today. This Dodgers lineup is very, very, very tough. You're going to give up some runs. You're not going to have you're not going to win this series just by limiting the Dodgers to 1 run a game, 2 runs a game, or shutting them out. That's probably not going to happen against this lineup. Going to have to score runs, and tonight the Giants did just that. Great job by this offense. Great job by Willy Adames and Jung-Hoo Lee. But there was some adventure in this game, should we say. Jung-Hoo Lee out in center field, a couple of miscues. Camilo Doval, the ninth inning, he ended up getting out of it. But, man, that was a little bit of an adventure, too. Got to talk about the Giants' miscues tonight on the other side and what they got to clean up in order to win this series tomorrow and hopefully close this or at least lock up the series win on Barry Bonds bobblehead giveaway day tomorrow. A Shohei Ohtani start. We'll break it all down next on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is sponsored by Supply House. Get the supplies you need from the site that's made for the skilled trades. Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is jam-packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. And did I mention it's free? Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage, and now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. Supplyhouse.com. And today's show is also sponsored by Gametime. Have you ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family? Maybe it's game day and suddenly you realize you don't want a Dodger fan taking up one of your seats out there at Oracle Park because you're a Giants fan and you got to get there and defend your home turf. And that's exactly where Gametime comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without all the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch. You know how much those grab sandwiches are, or maybe invite a bigger group to come on with you. Gametime makes it all possible. Gametime makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch. And they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worry out of buying. Gametime is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for an exciting game out at Oracle Park. Before this series is over, before this first half of the season is over, you got two more chances. Get out to Oracle Park. Put your butt in a seat if you're a Giants fan. You saw all that blue out there. We don't want that to continue for the rest of the series. Come on, get out there if you're a Giants fan. Make sure you download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Lowest last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and today, the Giants, I'm glad they were able to pull this one out. This was a back and forth game. This was, I did not feel very comfortable after the Dodgers rallied back in that sixth inning with that 4-run inning. And Jung-Hoo Lee, man, he had some questionable plays in the field. I mean, he took a weird route to a ball, hit out to center field, and he just misplayed it a little bit on the, I believe it was the Teoscar Hernandez double in the middle of that sixth inning rally. And then he also had one glance off his glove out there in Triple's alley. I mean, it would have been a great play for him to make. It was ruled a double. I think that was actually the Teoscar Hernandez double was the one that glanced off his glove when he was moving towards right center field. There was another double that he gave up where he just kind of took the wrong route to it, tried to cut the ball off, and it rolled all the way to the wall instead because it snuck by him. And he had a third one where he took like a weird route to it as well tonight. So 3 miscues in the field by Jung-Hoo Lee, something that you don't usually see from him. I think he's going to be all right. I think he was maybe just trying to make the big play tonight instead of making the play that he should make, which a little bit of a risk there, but I get why. It's a big deal. It's a big game. You want to make that impact moment against the Dodgers in a big pivotal game in the Giants series in the Giants season, a huge pivot point this season for the Giants. I think you feel a lot better about the first half. If you beat the Dodgers in this 3-game series, I think you still feel okay. Even if you not split the series, but even if you lose the series 2-1, I don't think that you're going to be able to classify this first half of the season as a bad first half in any possible way, no matter how the Giants finish out these last two games. But it would feel really, really, really great to have that kind of like notch in the belt of, hey, we beat the Dodgers in a series in the first half. I mean, if they're able to avenge that earlier series loss that they had earlier in the season down in Chavez Latrine, I think the Giants are going to be feeling really good about that if they're able to rectify that situation now before the end of the first half. So Jung-Hoo Lee, ultimately, I get why he was pressing in that situation. I think that he's probably going to be a little bit better on defense tomorrow. I do not foresee that same thing happening or the same situations happening. He's just too good of a defender to be making those kinds of plays. I'm not going to lump in the glanced ball, the deflected ball off of his glove into that situation. I think he makes that play more often than not, but that is a very tough play. He had a long way to run to get there, and it was just a weird angle that he was trying to catch that ball at. So he's got to, most of the time he's going to make that play. Bummer he couldn't make it tonight. Most of the time he does, though, and so I'm not going to rip him for that. Not trying to make an excuse for the guy. I'm just confident in him. I'm confident in his defense. I'm confident in his arm. I'm confident in his ability to track balls, take the right route. The one thing I haven't been confident in is the one thing he did very well tonight. I have not been confident in his stick at the dish, and tonight, 3 for 4 with 3 big RBIs. And I really loved what I saw from Jung-Hoo Lee tonight, but that's not quite enough to get him over the hump for today's player of the game. So let's get into it. Who is tonight's player of the game?
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And it's got to be Willy Adames, man. I mean, there's no other way that the Giants win this game if Willy Adames does not set the tone in the first half of this game. I mean, the solo home run in that second inning, I mean, that was a very impressive swing of the bat by Willy Adames. I mean, a very low pitch. And he went down and got it, but didn't, wasn't reaching for it in the beginning of the season. It's a pitch that he overswings on. He looks a little off balance. I mean, his balance looks so good at the plate right now, and he's able to utilize all of the field. And this is what made him such a dangerous hitter in Milwaukee, is his ability to have power into both gaps, not just the pole gap in left center field for him, but also being able to put one over the fence in right center. And at Oracle Park, obviously, that's no easy feat. That's the hardest ballpark in all of baseball to do that in for a variety of reasons, not just the distance, but the marine layer, and especially in a night game. I know it's been a little warm in San Francisco this week comparatively to what it normally is, but still, in night games in San Francisco, the ball does not fly very far. It's some thick air, some heavy air to try and cut through, and Willy Adames, I mean, that was an impressive swing of the bat, man. And he wasn't done. Like, it wasn't just like that was the one thing he did tonight. He also had that triple for his second hit of the night, 3 RBIs. He also ended up scoring 2 runs. He scored on that Jung-Hoo Lee single, Jung-Hoo Lee's 3rd RBI of the night, drove in Willy Adames. So he was in the middle of the rally. He was driving in runs and also setting up runs to be scored later in the future in that same inning. So Willy Adames gets tonight's player of the game. That OPS, just a hair under 700 now, sitting at 694. Not where we want it to be, but hey, this guy, we know he is a second half player. He's always been a second half player, and he is on the right trajectory to show you why you don't completely give up on a guy like Willy Adames, that the guy in the prime of his career who you went out and signed in the offseason, gave him a big deal. It takes people some time to adjust, especially a guy like that who's signing like the first really big contract of his career, relocating across the country, going from Milwaukee all the way out here to San Francisco, and things are different. It's a big change for him. And it's going to be a lot for him to live up to, that massive contract, the biggest contract in Giants history. I really like what I saw from Adames, not just today, but over this last month, right, leading into the All-Star break, right? And he's got this momentum going that he can hopefully carry into the second half, and that's what I think you're going to be talking about after this one.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And I really do think that Willy Adames is going to continue to carry this momentum. He's a second half guy, and really the offense is going to play a big role in what the Giants do. It's going to be the determining factor for this team, because we know what to expect from the pitching. I've been saying this all season long. We already know what we're going to get from the starting pitching staff. Mostly solid starts. You got some question marks right now in Hayden Birdsong and Justin Verlander. Verlander had a good start in his last time out, I thought, but ultimately I would like to see him work in some more rest days for both of these guys, really, for Hayden Birdsong and for Justin Verlander, for different reasons, but ultimately because I think both of them are, tired. Hayden Birdsong doesn't throw a ton of innings. Justin Verlander has thrown a ton of innings in his career. Hayden Birdsong just hasn't worked up to that level of endurance yet, and Verlander is just old. And so I would really like to see some spot starts for a guy like Carson Whisenhunt to keep those guys fresh. But ultimately, you know what you're going to get from the pitching staff. You know what you're going to get from the bullpen. It's the offense that's going to determine what this team does. If you score 4 or more runs, yeah, you got a pretty good shot at winning with what this pitching staff delivers almost every single night. And if you can do that, I mean, this team is going to make the playoffs. They're 52-43 after the win tonight. If I told you at the beginning of the season 50+ wins by the All-Star break, I think damn near this entire fan base would have taken that. And based on the way the Giants started, I know that they had that a couple bad stretches in the middle of the season, but this is a team that can get streaky when they're healthy. They look really good offensively. I like the way that the lineup looks. I just wish that we could get the leadoff situation figured out. Elliot Ramos also tonight did not have a very good day. 0-for-5, 2 strikeouts. He kind of disappeared a little bit tonight, but everybody else hit, especially the Willy Adames, Jung-Hoo Lee part of the order. Those two guys combined for 5 hits, 6 RBIs. That is a big, big, big reason why the Giants won this game. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. This one was a fun one. Devers also, I see my guy Reed right now just making me laugh. I think Devers could use the break. Yeah, man, I absolutely think Raffy Devers needs to just go take like a long nap and maybe get his legs situated. He doesn't look 100% healthy to me. And maybe he just needs a little bit of time off to recoup, recover. He looks pretty bad out there right now. But he did draw 2 walks today and score a run. So he's still contributing. His walk rate is still very good. Strikeout rate, not what you want. Power numbers have not been what you want. So Raffy Devers still waiting for his arrival here in San Francisco. But still, I think he has some time to figure it out. Just like Willy Adames took a little bit to figure it out, relocating to this new spot. I think we got to give Raffy Devers the same kind of grace. He'll get it. I have 100% confidence that Raffy Devers is going to be just fine eventually. Thanks so much for everyone for tuning in. This was a fun game from Oracle Park. 8-7 Giants win. We'll do it again tomorrow. I'll be out at the yard tomorrow, hopefully snagging me one of those Barry Bonds bobbleheads. I'll bring you guys the vibes from the park, some Shohei Ohtani pitching, and Landon Roop going up against him for the Giants. Roop carrying a 3.39 ERA and 6-5 right now. I think that he's been a very solid addition to this pitching staff this season, and I think that he is going to have a formidable challenge tomorrow against the Dodgers. We saw him have not a very good outing the last time these teams met. So hopefully Landon Roop turns things around tomorrow, and we'll get another Giants win and a series win against the Dodgers. Either way, we'll be coming to you live afterwards, as we always do on the Locked On Giants postcast. We didn't get to Doval, man. We ran out of time, but hey, Camilo Doval, he made it interesting, but got the inning-ending double play, the game-ending double play. We'll talk about the ball more tomorrow for sure. But hey, ultimately, he got it done. Heart palpitations for sure, but he got it done. And who else do you want back there right now? Maybe you can make a case for Rodriguez, but Doval right now is the guy until the wheels fall completely all the way off. That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. That's all the time we got for you guys today here on the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.